You work hard, you put in the effort, but somehow every day feels exactly the same. You don't see progress anywhere. You're stuck in the rat race, and every single day it repeats. Are you tired of your boss or your job? And if you want to break out of this, stay until the end, because this might change the way you see your life. That feeling you have right now, coming home exhausted, mentally drained, with no energy left. You wake up early, you work hard, you do everything you're supposed to do, and still, nothing changes. Your life stays the same routine, same stress, same results, and slowly, that starts breaking something inside you. You don't say it out loud, but you feel it. That's not just fatigue, it's frustration, because deep down, you know something isn't right. You're not tired, you're stuck. This can't be my life. But the next day comes, and you do it all over again. Now listen carefully. You're not tired because you work too much. You're tired because you're not moving forward. There's a difference. Physical exhaustion can be fixed with rest. But mental exhaustion? That comes from feeling stuck, from putting energy into something and seeing no real progress, from giving your time, your effort, your life, and getting nothing back except survival. And that's what's draining you, not the job, the lack of direction. Because when a person has a clear purpose, they can handle more. They can go further. They keep going because they know where they're headed. But without that, even simple things feel heavy. And this is where everything starts to change. Success doesn't begin with effort. It begins with a definite purpose. Without direction, there is no energy. Without purpose, every effort feels empty. Right now, your mind is stuck in a loop. Wake up, work, survive, sleep. No growth, no progress, no vision. And the human mind wasn't built for that. You weren't built just to survive. You were built to create, to grow, to evolve. And when you don't, your mind starts to push back. That's what you're feeling. That pressure, that weight, that silent frustration. Now here's the truth most people ignore. The problem is not your job. The problem is that your entire life is focused on maintenance, not progress. You're maintaining bills, maintaining responsibilities, maintaining survival. But you're not building anything. And if you're not building, you slowly lose yourself. Most people accept this. They normalize it. They say, that's just how life is. No, that's how their life became after they stopped thinking, deciding, and acting. But you're here for a reason. Something inside you knows there's more. And that feeling is your advantage. Now pay attention. You don't escape this by quitting your job tomorrow. You escape this by changing what you do after work. That's the difference. Most people go home and shut down. They distract themselves. They scroll. They numb the feeling. But the ones who change their lives, they use the little energy they have left differently. Even if it's just 1 hour, one focused hour a day can change everything. But it needs direction, because action without direction leads nowhere. And this is where another principle comes in. Burning desire. Everything begins with a strong, clear emotional goal. Not, I wish things were better, but I will change my life. Because once your mind has a target, everything shifts. You start seeing opportunities. You think differently. You act with purpose. And then comes the next step. Action. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need motivation. You need movement. Small actions. Every day. Even when you're tired. Because action creates energy. Action creates progress. And progress changes everything. Once you start moving forward, you feel it. You gain strength. You gain clarity. You leave survival mode and enter build mode. Now you have 2 lives. The one you're living and the one you're creating. And over time, one replaces the other. But only if you start. Today, not tomorrow. Because waiting is what keeps you stuck. And here's the final principle. Persistence. Most people quit too early. They stop before results show up. But the ones who win, they keep going. Even when it's hard. Even when it's slow. Even when nothing seems to change. Because they understand something powerful. Invisible progress is still progress. Now listen to this. Motivation without action changes nothing. So here's a simple way to start. Today, yes today, grab a piece of paper and write down the life you actually want to build. Be specific. How much you want to earn. How you want to live. What you want to change. Now here's what makes the difference. Break that into small daily goals. Simple, realistic. 30 minutes learning something new. Listening to content that strengthens your mindset. Reading a few pages of a book like Think and Grow Rich. Writing down ideas, exploring opportunities. Nothing extreme, but consistent. Because that's what changes everything. Small actions, repeated daily, create massive results. At first it might feel small, But it's not. You're training your mind. You're creating direction. You're breaking the cycle. And over time, those small goals evolve. They get bigger, clearer, more strategic. And before you realize it, you're not stuck anymore. You're moving forward. Now let me ask you something. Tomorrow, will everything be the same again? Will you wake up, work, feel drained, and stay frustrated? Or will you finally decide to change? Because the truth is simple. If you take everything you just heard and do nothing, the game will not change. But if you take action, even small action, everything starts to change. The choice is yours. If you want to keep building this mindset, and if this message spoke to you, subscribe. I'll see you at the top.